Hi! Good day everyone! So, we're done with the Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and now we have our last module for this PFA SEES manual. So, this is our last module for, it is entitled, Sources of Strengths. So, sino daw ba yung ating mga pinaguhugutan ng lakas o ng tibay ng loob? So, that is how we are going to discuss in this module. The rationale of this module is, the aim of this module is to encourage you to revisit your strengths in order to support your self-efficacy to deal with their situation. In order to encourage a hopeful outlook, the module serves to reinforce sources of support and internal and external resources. So this module will serve as your reinforcement and support in order for you to identify your internal and external resources. So we have here the objectives. First one, identify personal, social, and emotional sources of strengths during and in the aftermath of the disaster or stressful situations. And lastly, identify your internal and external sources of strengths. So what are the materials that we need? Markers, crayons, and pen, or in short, art materials. So we have an activity. An activity is entitled, Ang Saranggola at Ako. But before I gave you the activity, let's have first an introduction of it. So, during the first module, we discussed validating and normalizing our feelings. Second module, we talked about how to calm down and manage our feelings. And in module 3, we talked about our needs and how to address them. So, how are you today after talking about those needs in the modules? You just have one last module to do before you reach the end of these PFA sessions. So today, we will focus on your sources of strength, yung mga pinanggagalingan ng inyong mga lakas or ng inyong tibay ng loob. So this is our way of reminding that you have resources within yourself or with others that have allowed you to begin to face the new normal or your process of recovery. So, meron tayong internal resources. Ito ay within ourselves. Nasa sarili natin. Okay? Nasa sarili natin kung paano natin isipin o dalhin yung problema or yung bigat ng epekto ng pandemic na ito. At meron din naman tayong mga external resources or yung mga pinanggagalingan ng strength natin, halimbawa sa family natin, sa friends natin. Okay? So, on the next page or on the next slide, meron akong ipapakita sa inyo. Ito yung kite. Ayan. So, this is what we call a saranggola. Kaya ang title ng activity natin ngayon ay Ang Saranggola at Ako. Another name for it is guryon. Yan, tinatawag din natin siyang guryon or bulador. And among the Cebuanos, doon sa Cebu, it is called banog-banog. Can you tell me what makes it go up in the air? Paano siyang nakakalipad? Okay? So, you are right. It needs the wind to go up in the air. So, kailangan ng hangin para makalipad siya or makataas. So, what can make it strong enough to not break by air? Ano yung kailangan niya para hindi siya masira ng hangin? So, it needs a strong brace. So, tama. Kailangan niya ng matibay na frame or ng brace or yung mga kahoy na nakalagay dyan. O pwede ding alambre or bakal. No, hindi pala siya pwedeng bakal kasi masyadong mabigat. So, usually, ang ginagamit ay kahoy, di ba? And, of course, it needs good material. It needs a line or a long string. The paper, must be properly glued. Kailangan nakadikit ng maayos yung papel. And it needs a strong brace. So just like a kite, you too have what it takes to fly. On each part of the kite's diamond, kindly write down what you think are your sources of strength. What makes you strong despite what you have gone through during the past few months of pandemic. An example would be ang pagiging matatag, buo ang loob, masayahin at may tiwala sa sarili. So yun daw ang isusulat doon sa diamond ng kites. Kasi who is diamond siya, di ba? Yung sa kite. So isusulat nyo doon kung ano yung inyong mga sources of strength. O kaya naman, what makes you strong? Ano yung dahilan? Ano yung mga bagay na tumutulong sa'yo para maging matatag ka? So, example nga natin doon ay yung ang pagiging matatag, buo ang loob, masayahin at may tiwala sa sarili. Pwede siyang ilagay doon sa kite, but kailangan ay sariling o original na sagot, okay? Huwag nang gagayahin itong example natin. So, can you also identify what or who acts like the wind for you? So, i-identify mo nga rin kung sino yung sa tingin mo ay parang hangin na tumutulong sa'yo para makalipad ka bilang isang saranggola. Kasi, kunwari ikaw yung saranggolay So, you need to identify your sources of strength. Sino o ano yung nakakatulong para maging matatag ka, para maging malakas ka pa rin during the pandemic or disaster. So, in the areas outside the kite, write down the names of these people or things that act like the wind for you. So, isusulat nyo yung mga pangalan ng mga tao na nakakatulong sa inyo para sa tingin nyo ay maging matatag kayo noong panahong pandemic or ng disaster. So, parang sila yung hangin na nagpapalipad sa inyo. Okay, paulitin ko ha, ang ilalagay sa labas ay pangalan o mga bagay na nakakatulong sa inyo para maging matatag pa. Sila yung parang hangin na tumutulong sa inyo para makalipad bilang saranggola. Sa loob naman ng saranggola, ang ilalagay ay yung inyong mga internal resources. Halimbawa, yung pagiging masayahin nyo. Kaya nagiging malakas pa rin kayo during the pandemic. Yung pagiging masigla nyo, yung pagiging buo ang loob o positibo, positive outlook in life. So, yun ang ilalagay nyo sa loob ng saranggola. Okay? And, take time also to color your drawing. Ayan, kukulayan nyo siya. Pag kinulayan nyo, kailangan nakikita pa rin yung sagot ha sa loob ng saranggola. So, it's up to you on how are you going to design it by coloring it. Kung gusto nyo siya ng plain lang na blue or red or depende kung ano yung inyong favorite color, it's up to you. Kung pwede nyo naman siyang iba-iba ng kulay or stripes or marami, iba-ibang kulay, depende yun sa'yo. Okay? And sa baba ng saranggola, merong mga blanco dyan sa papel. Dito sa ating PowerPoint, sa ating video, hindi ko na isinama yung mga blanco kasi hindi nakakasya, ano? So, sa module nyo na lang, tingnan nyo sa page 54, merong mga blanco sa ilalim. So, ang gagawin nyo doon ay, you will write a brief explanation about your sources of strength and the people and things who act like the wind to help you fly or soar. So, ilalagay nyo yung explanation sa baba kung bakit sila yung mga tao na sa tingin nyo ay makakatulong o nakatulong sa inyo, na parang sila yung hangin para kayo ay makalipad bilang saranggola, at kung bakit doon sa loob ng kite ay naisulat nyo yung mga kakayahan nyo na yon na makakatulong sa inyo para makasurvive sa pandemic. So, you will just write your explanation here on the blanks below the kite o ng saranggola. So, be creative ha, be artistic on designing your kite. Kailangan yung kite na yun ay nagre-represent sa inyo. Okay? So, another, for analysis, you also have to answer this. This is in page 55, the last page of your module. So, the question is, what have you realized about yourself after coloring the kite? So, ano daw yung na-realize nyo sa sarili nyo? Ano yung naisip nyo pagkatapos nyong kulayan yung saranggola? Parang nagandahan ba kayo sa output, sa nakulayan yung kite? ano yung na-realize nyo about sa sarili nyo. Kasi kailangan yung kite na yan nagre-represent sa sarili nyo. Kung makulay yung kite, ibig sabihin makulay yung pagkatao mo or yung buhay mo. So, you need to answer this. What have you realized about yourself after coloring the kite? There's no wrong answer here, ha? Kasi it depends on you. Okay? About your realizations, about your outlook in life. And for abstraction. Okay. So, the next time you feel weak, imagine your saranggola. So, kung napanghihinaan kayo ng loob, imagine niyo yung saranggola nyo in order for you to remind that you have a number of sources of strength, na meron kang paghuhugutan ng lakas ng loob, meron kang internal resources, yung sa sarili mo, yung tibay ng loob mo, yung pagiging buo ng loob mo, yung pagiging positibo mo. That is an example of internal resources. And for external resources, ito yung family mo, yung friends mo, yung best friend mo, yung loved ones mo, relatives, na sa tingin mo ay nakakatulong sa'yo para lumipad ka pa rin bilang saranggola at hindi ka bumagsak sa lupa. So, lagi mong tatandaan iyon, okay? And finally, can you write a poem with one stanza and 4 lines? So, susulat ka ng tula na merong isang stanza at 4 na lines about your sources of strength. So, meron tayong example dito. Pwede nyo itong pagbatayan. Okay? Pero hindi pwedeng gayahin. Pagbabatayan. Gagawa kayo ng sarili nyo. Kung saan kayo confident. Kung sa English, okay, write it in English. Kung sa Tagalog naman or Filipino, write it in Filipino. Basta ang title ay Ang Saranggola at Ako. Okay, so we have here an example. Ang saranggola ko at ako, parehong pareho. Ako ay matatag, siya rin ay matatag. Ako ay di babagsak, siya din ay di babagsak. Tangayin man ng hangin, hinding-hindi matitinag. So this is an example of a poem that you are also going to write. Okay, just 1 stanza and 4 lines about your sources of strength. About doon sa sarili mo at sa pinaguhugutan mo ng lakas. So, halimbawa sa family, friends, relatives, or loved ones. Dito sa example natin, lagpas siya ng 4 lines, right? So, pwede siyang lumagpas ng 4 lines pag gumawa kayo. Basta, hindi pwedeng 3 linya pababa. Okay? Kailangan 4 lines or 4 lines above. Okay? So, for the closing, so you need to paste a mirror. Meron ba kayong salamin dyan sa bahay nyo? Kahit yung medyo malaki sana o kahit maliit. So, facing the mirror, read and recite out loud the poem you have written about your sources of strength. So, babasahin nyo ng malakas, nakaharap kayo sa mirror, yung inyong tula na ginawa. So, you will send your video doon sa ating GC. Maiksi lang naman siya, kaya yung masend sa messenger. Okay? Just a proof na ginawa nyo yung closing activity natin. So, that's it. We're done with the modules. Module 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, congratulations! Congratulations kasi nagawa natin lahat yung mga objectives for each module. So, congratulations at alam ko na sa tulong ng mga modules na ito ay magiging mas matibay pa kayo sa pagharap sa disaster and pandemic. And iwasang ma-stress, iwasang ma-depress. Okay? And always pray to God para kayo ay laging guided, para kayo ay maiiwas sa mga negative things na gaya nun. But again, I will repeat, it is okay not to be okay. You are still normal if you are feeling negative thoughts or feelings during a not so okay situation. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening and I hope you learned well in our modules. Goodbye and God bless us, everyone.